Hey guys, this is Rachel from Cypress Textiles, and today we're going to be making the Dublin Square from the 2020 VVCAL. I'm going to start with a slip knot and chaining 3, and then slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the hook. Of course, as usual, you can use any center ring that you prefer. If you like to use magic ring, or if you like to chain more than 3, that's fine. So I'm just going to chain 3 and slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the hook. And then straight into the center, I'm going to start with a beginning treble crochet. So, by the way, I'm using a 3mm hook and shape just katana. I'm going to go straight into the center without chaining up and pull up a loop for my single crochet and then chain 2, and that's going to be your first treble of the round. Then chain 1 again, and that's going to be a chain space. And we'll go ahead and just yarn over twice for our next treble crochet, and that's going to be your repeat, is just chain 1 treble crochet until you have a total of 12 trebles and 12 chain spaces, and that's including the beginning treble. So you're going to do 11 more trebles with chain 1 in between. All right, so I'll come back whenever I show you my finished round 1. Okay, so I would just thought I would show you how I joined my round here. So I've got my 12 trebles and my 12 chain spaces, including the one I've got on the hook right now. And I'm just going to go into the 2nd chain here, which is the top of my beginning treble. And we're going to leave this chain alone because that's a chain space. So I'm just going to go straight into this chain right here with a slip stitch. And don't make it too tight because it has to float over that stitch to be the top of your beginning TR. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is work beginning 4DC popcorn. So we're going to do that straight into this chain space. Okay, so how we're going to work our beginning 4DC popcorn is we're just going to go straight into a beginning DC. So I'm going straight into this chain space without chaining up at all. Pull up a loop for your single crochet, make your single, and chain 1. And that's your first double crochet of your 4DC popcorn. So now you're going to make 3 more double crochet in the same chain space. And then you're going to release the loop from your hook. So release the loop, insert the hook front to back through the beginning DC, and you're just going to go through the chain space there. Then grab your loop. Actually, it's through the chain. It's not through the chain space, it's through the actual chain. Okay, grab your loop and pull it through to the front, and that closes your popcorn. So now we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to make a full 4DC popcorn, just a regular one. So we're just going to go straight into the chain space with 4 DCs. And the principle is the same. Once you're finished with your 4DC, you're just going to release the loop and insert the hook through the first double crochet, just like that. Grab your loop, pull it through to the front, and you close your popcorn. So chain 3 and then do a 4DC popcorn in the next chain space all the way around till you get back to the beginning. Alrighty, don't mind my rooster. Okay, so I'm gonna join my round here. So I've got 3 chains on the hook and I'm ready to join. Sorry. And you can see here I've got my beginning 4DC popcorn. So I'm just gonna put my hook right here to join it there. All right, and that's how I've joined my round. So round 2 is done, and I'm gonna jump into round 3. So into this chain 3 space, I'm gonna make single crochet, 2 DC, single crochet. So go straight into a single, no chaining up. And then 2 DC, and then single. Okay, so I've got all my chain spaces filled with single crochet, 2 DC, single crochet. So that's how my round looks, and this is like a round of petals. So on the next round, we're gonna work behind them. So you're gonna go straight into this first single crochet to join with the slip stitch. Then release the loop from the hook, insert the hook back to front through that same stitch you just joined into. Grab your loop and pull it to the back. There we go. So now this round's going to be worked on the back side of the motif so that the petals are on the front. So we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 4DC popcorn. So what you're going to do is insert your hook like this, back to front, and then front to back, and then that way it's in the spaces before and after the 4DC popcorn, so that when you make your single crochet, you're going around the top of that 4DC popcorn. So there's the single crochet there, and for the front you can kind of see the bars of the single crochet at the back. So here we're going to do 3 chains and then just do the same thing. So back to front here, front to back, in the next space, and then single crochet. Okay, and chain 3, and just do that all the way around till you're back to the beginning. Okay, so here's what my round looks like from the back. So I've got all my chain spaces here, and I haven't done my first single, my very final single yet. So I've got my 3 chain spaces on the hook, and this is the last single of the round, and it's actually at the beginning. So do your single crochet there, and now you can see, if I lean this petal forward, you can see that I've got my first chain space right here. So I'm ready to work into it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make a beginning DC in this first chain 3 space. So as you work this round, you're going to work into these chain spaces here. You can see them because I'm bending the petals forward. So that's how you're going to work into them as well. And then when you're done with the round, you can push these petals back into place. All right, so just for now, to work into the chain spaces, just bend them forward. So straight into this first chain 3 space, I'm going to make a single crochet, no chaining up, and a chain 1. All right, and then we're going to make 2 double crochet in the same chain space. So 2 DC, and next chain 1, and then in the next 2 chain spaces, 3 double crochet. So I've got my first 3, and you don't chain 1 in between these next 2 sets of 3 double crochet. Just go straight into it. And this chain space here, I'll back up and show you. You're going to chain 3, and this is going to be your corner. So you're going to make 3 more double crochet in that same chain space, and I'll back up and show you how it looks in a second. All right, so here's how we're looking so far. So we're doing your beginning double crochet and 2 more double crochet, chain 1, and then 3 DC in the next chain space, no chain here, and then 3 DC, chain 3, 3 DC in the next chain space, and that's your corner. All right, so next you're going to jump into another 3 DC, no chain 1 in between, and then you're going to do a chain 1, and now you're at the beginning of your repeat. So you're just going to do the same repeat again. 3 DC, 3 DC, chain 3, 3 DC, and then keep going all the way around. Okay, so I've totally curved in all these petals so that you can just see this round here, so you can kind of see what's going on. And you can see the 4 chain 1 spaces, and you can see how there's no chain spacing between here and the chain 3 in the corner. All right, so all we have left to do now is join the round. So we're going to go into the chain of the beginning DC, straight into that chain, and make a slip stitch. Just make sure it's not too tight. And now in the next stitch, not in the same stitch as the join, the next one, we're going to go straight in with the beginning DC. So go straight in with a single crochet and then chain 1. That's your first DC of the round. Then chain 1 again, that's going to be a chain space. Skip 1 and double crochet in the next stitch slash space. In this case, it's a space. So then chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. And you're going to do that till you get to the corner. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. And now that you're at the corner, you're not going to chain 1. So here's where we're at so far. So at the corner, don't chain 1. You're going to jump straight into 3 DC, chain 2, 3 DC in your corner chain space. So 3 DC, chain 2, 3 DC. And then we're going to jump back into the side. So remember, no chain space. at the start or at the finish. So no chain space, just go straight into that first double crochet with a double. Now you can make a chain space, skip one, double crochet. Chain space, skip one, and double crochet. All right, and now the next double crochet is going to be in this chain space, and you're just going to keep going across until you get back to your corner, and then you're just going to keep repeating like that all the way around. All right, and this is our second to last round. So here's how it looks, and I'll show you it when it's finished. Okay, so I've gone ahead and pushed the petals down again, and you can see this round pretty clearly. And so the last thing we have to do here is join the round. So I'm just going to go into the chain 1 of the beginning DC, just leaving this chain 1 right here to be a chain space. And now our final round is just going to be to double crochet in all of the stitches slash spaces, and then 3, if I said double I meant single crochet in all of the stitches and spaces around, and then single crochet 3 in each corner chain space. All right, so I'm just going to get started, go straight into the chain space without chaining up for your first single, and then just single crochet in all of the stitches and spaces around. When you come up to the corner, make 3 single crochet. Alrighty, so now you can see the Dublin Square complete, and I've kind of mashed down the petals so you can see how it would look. And this is the completed square. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.